I'll watch some TV. It'll help me to relax!
Welcome back to the Ren and Stimpy recap. Last week we talked about the great outdoors, and today we're taking a look at the cat who laid the golden hairball.
And with these hands, I hold the fate of millions.
So if you're wondering about last week's episode, which was the great outdoors, it was unfortunately another one that got blocked no matter what I did. Here's to hoping it doesn't happen to more episodes, but I will try to transform these retrospectives a bit more, so I will try to show less clips from the episode starting here, because that's kind of the only way I can get these up at this point. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, let's get into it. So this title card, it's a bit weird. It kind of looks like a storybook intro. It obviously isn't, or not obviously, but of the very little I remember from the episode, I can safely say that this is a regular episode featuring Ren and Stimpy as themselves. It is a okay title card, a bit boring, and it just reminds me of that series, like, a lot. Let me guess, we are getting a new house again. By the way, these house designs are great. The first few seconds of the episode are looking really good visually. What is this even, like a birdhouse? I was expecting the house thing to get more ridiculous in like season 4 once we get to the actual storybook episode, but seems we're already here because Ren and Stimpy are living in a birdhouse.
Think I'll watch some tube.
Back-to-back episodes with Billy West as Ren here. I kind of like that the season is built like this so we can get accustomed to his voice acting as Ren as fast as possible, but if the last episode is anything to go by, he got it already.
I'm surrounded by filthy, dirty, stinky hairballs!
This just looks ew. It reminds me of Stimpy's nose goblins, but somehow a lot grosser. I think the coloring has something to do with it, but yeah, this episode I remember being very gross, and that's all I remember, so I hope it has some other stuff to offer that I forgot about.
When Stimpy gets home, oh, what I'm going to do to him!
That just reminded me a lot of the I'll watch some TV scene from The Big Shot. I think the turning on of the TV here even used the same sound at that episode did. I'm not sure.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this news flash.
Oh boy, mayhem!
I was really hoping that it would be some Commander Hoek and Cadet Stimpy on the TV. They had the same narrator voice from the series, so I got hopeful, but instead we get some very gross stuff where we find out that hairballs are really useful now.
They even cure pink eye!
They really made a pink eye reference in a kids show. Turns out the hairballs are now rising in price and are expected to be worth more than gold at the end of the week, which Ren is really hyped about and makes maybe the most evil looking face yet. Ew. Also, is Stimpy working as a pilot or something? This marks, I think, the first time in the show where Stimpy is the one with the job. Or no, we had the first pairing movie where Stimpy became a TV star, and that is a job, so I'm tripping. I'm glad they are sticking with the birdhouse for the episode. Yeah, it's a really low bar, but with Ren and Stimpy I take any consistency, and to be honest, I really like the idea of the two just living in a birdhouse. It's funny to me. Yeah. Right now we have like 8 minutes left of the episode, and this is basically what I remember the whole episode being. Just licking fur for an entire episode. I'm really hoping they prove me wrong.
Good texture.
Even if I find this kind of gross, I'm saying kind of because it's really not that bad so far, I actually really like the other part of the concept with the assembly line, or what you should call it. I think it's a good concept that you could get some great jokes out of. I thought this was Kowalski for a second, but nah, it's just another Lummox. I double checked, and this character is called Baba, apparently. Maybe they will address it more later in the episode, I'll see.
Stimpy, snap it up.
They love that soundbite. Also, to be honest, I don't think the episode is very gross so far. I can see like it taking a turn pretty soon though, but for now I'm kind of enjoying it.
Hey, Ren. Shut up and lick your other arm.
Nah, that was so funny for no reason. Or not for no reason, it was very well timed slapstick, and honestly, in my opinion, one of the best slapstick jokes in the show so far. Okay, I think we might be at a turning point. This is starting to get very gross, but I just wanna appreciate how good this factory plot works. It's a really nice take on it and reminds me a bit of an upcoming episode. Think next season, yeah. I enjoy that joke. Reminds me a lot of something they would do in SpongeBob with Mr. Krabs. It's a good visual joke, and honestly, except for the hair stuff, which admittedly is most of the episode, the visuals have been kind of strong this episode.
Hey, mister, get back on that line and start wharfing.
Don't enjoy this visual as much. Ass on screen for long scenes is becoming a staple of this show, and also Stimpy looks not very good without his hair. He looks kind of gross.
Get it over with.
Okay, I can safely say I regret calling the episode not gross just a couple minutes ago, because the hair licking has really gotten to me now. I feel you, bro. This has gone from an interesting concept with some ugly visuals to, well, this, and I'm not very happy about it.
Stop it! You've rendered me hairless. Now get to wharfing.
At least Ren's design doesn't look too bad without fur. I don't know what it is with Stimpy, he just looks odd without it. It might be the contrast with how the area around his eyes look compared to his furless body, but it's not nice to look at in my opinion.
I guess you weren't hairy enough, Ren.
Uncle Ren got licked for nothing.
Okay, here we got the Lummox talking. So this is Ren's nephew, somehow. Maybe this is connected to how he adopted Kowalski 2 episodes ago. I'll definitely look into that because it seems kind of plausible.
Baba,
Yes, Uncle Ren.
extend to Stimpy your powerfully hairy arm.
No. So Stimpy starts licking Baba's very hairy arm, and then he swallows all the hair, which is all extremely disgusting to watch. Then we get this close up as Ren tells him that his plate is still full. What follows is what you'd expect. Stimpy is now licking Baba's back until it looks like this.
I think so. Then get to it, man. Time is money.
Under pressure by Ren and Baba, now Stimpy tries to barf up hairballs on the assembly line, but he's just all hair, no balls. What? He can't produce any hairballs and just barfs up bits of hair until he collapses.
No!
Stimpy almost dies, and as the caring friend he is, Ren asks Bubba to come lend Stimpy a hand. He picks up Stimpy and squeezes him over a bucket until he pukes up his skeleton and organs.
This is serious.
Ren tells Stimpy that they are going to have to do an exploratory, which means that Bubba is going to step into Stimpy's mouth. It's a very interesting visual for sure. I really like this scene of Bubba walking around exploring the inside of Stimpy's body. We got, I think, 2 episodes coming up with a similar concept. One that I have fond memories of and one that I don't have fond memories of. Bubba finds Stimpy's hairball gland, which is not looking good, and turns into dust when Ren holds it.
A cat without hairballs. He's only half a cat. Stimpy.
We get kind of a sad scene as Ren realizes what he has done and Stimpy says he has to make more hairballs. It's interesting that it's only now that Ren realizes what he has done to his poor friend. Like, not after the squeezing of his bones and organs, but at least he learns his lesson and realizes he will never get his pectoral... How do you pronounce it? Pectoral? Pectorial? His pecs, anyway, the implants. Spoiler alert, he will get them eventually.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
That's definitely a way to end an episode. Yes, it is an extremely abrupt ending, but that is exactly why it is so funny. I laughed at how dumb it is, and it is great. As for the episode, it is not as great, unfortunately. So I like one part of the plot, and I dislike another part of it. The whole factory plot is pretty genius, and is a great setup to use our main characters in. But the hairball angle kind of ruins it for me. It's not the grossest thing ever, it's not even the grossest thing this season, but the whole hair thing makes me uncomfortable, which takes away from the plot point I actually like. And even if I like the factory plot, we still have a future episode that does something similar, without all the grossness distracting from it. I liked Ren and Stimpy's roles in this episode, but it's the same dynamic that they will have in Stimpy's cartoon show. And that episode, from what I remember, is for sure better than this one. The cat that laid the golden hairball wasn't really funny either. They had some good faces in here, as well as like a couple of lines, but all in all, nothing that can make up for all the hair licking, in my opinion. Fun fact, this episode was based on a fan-made comic. I don't have much more information about the comic, but I'll get back to you on that when I read the season 2 chapters in the book. All in all, this was a mixed episode. Join me next week where we are finally taking a look at Stimpy's fan club.
Goodbye, folks.